Yo, what's going on everybody? I'm Cream Juice and this is the Team 10 Uncut episode 1 to 5 recap and reaction in only just 8 minutes. Here we go! So the Team 10 Uncut, or maybe we could say the YouTube version of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, picking up the story from the introduction and the summary of the entire episode, then go straight to the intro.
This is Team 10 Uncut.
Before you guys ask, what is the intro song title? It's Real Addresses by Tory Lanez. In each episode, he will give you the same intro that he's explaining that he started Team 10 from his small apartment and his inspiration, Dr. Dre. After the intro, episode 1 is all talk about the new member of Team 10. So Jack have a new Team 10 manager, Adam Quinn, and basically he said that all Team 10 is a trash. With the new Team 10 now, they will make a lot of progress on Jake's savings account. Anyway, the story starts from the new recruit. So Jake Paul is planning to get to know each other before sign up any contract with all his new talents. There are 5 new talent that he invited to Team 10 house and spend a week to get to know each other personality. First he got Tanner Stewart and Alyssa Kulani from Canada, and then they go to lunch with Jake Paul, and then by this look, I think they just pretend to interested Jake Paul storytelling time. Look at his face, he was like, oh dear mother of dragon, when this is going to end? The next new talent is called Kerrigan. He's a makeup artist. Personally, I think his makeup is crazy, man. They always brings up that this guy have a big ego, which will be a problem in episode 3. But I guess a great show needs a great villain, because people don't want to watch if there's no
Drama, drama, drama.
The next talent is Kachi Twins. According to Jake, they are a prankster from Vegas. But when I go check their YouTube, yeah, you're right, there is no prank at all.
And we're like, yeah, we're 19.
19 years old, but this one looks like a divorced housewife. I mean, like, look at your sister. This is 19 years old high beast. And this one, divorced housewife. Did I already mention that one of them is a lesbian? No? Yeah, well, now you know. Then here we go to the first conflict of episode 1. So the couple have some issue. What issue? Well, either they don't really know, or maybe they just don't want to show it on camera. So what's the point of Uncut?
So Alyssa and Tanner are having issues, I guess.
But if you watch this show carefully, they don't even know what happened. They're just guessing.
They were overwhelmed, she was crying, and she wanted her own room, I guess.
And do some magic power.
Do you feel like a weird vibe just because you know how we can read like energy off really like easily? I feel like their energy is really off.
Wow, she can read energy. Cool, right? I mean, like, if you don't know what exactly going on, you cannot find a solution. So what happened next? They just changed the subject. Like the next morning, Jake just suddenly comes up with an idea to create an American Idol, but in YouTube version.
Just like American Idol, I think we need to have like our own.
So you want to invite like how many people, Jake?
We do an open casting call, invite 5,000 people.
Well, that's a lot. But then Jake's manager said
like 50,000 people.
50,000.
what? So basically he will open an audition for a bunch YouTube content creator that who wants to join the Team 10. That's the end of episode 1. Next we jump to episode 2. So episode 2, the first 7 minutes is just well, let me just save your time. They talk about the couple's problem but still unsolved, and there's no footage of them both. Well, I mean, like, it's professional, right? So why don't you just sit down together and talk about it? Problem and unsolved, and then they just cut to a boys talk which there's a girls in there. But it doesn't matter because one of the girls is
Peyton is like a lesbian, like she straight up only likes girls.
So what are they talking about in the table is? They talk about why this guy did not hit the babysitter, and Jake have initiative for Team 10 cam girl, which he's just kidding, but a little bit serious, but he's just kidding. That whole conversation is 7 minutes and 52 seconds. Next, here comes the conflict. So Jake's mom come to Jake and say that she really upset because Anthony did not text Jake while he's in hospital. And according to Jake's mom, Anthony is moving out. So while there's an intense situation in that room, a random guy just pops up with chromatic gun. Yeah, you heard me right, chromatic gun, look.
Like you're supposed to be his best friend.
Yeah, I just think it's.
You don't know how that sadness means.
I feel like it's complicated.
And then Jake just talking about the new era. He's talking that Anthony still hangs out with ex-member of Team 10. But at the end of the day, there's no statement that Anthony's out. There just implicates that he's out, but I'm not quite sure. Next, they just jump into this part.
Rules. We have to implement rules into this house.
So they're about to make rules, like rules, which I think rules and teenagers in one house is a Vada Kedavra combination. Jump up to the next scene. Jake is trying to build a new Team 10 music label, and he's inviting his artists. Who are they? Well, of course you already know, Ray Streamer. That girl is a real crowd please. Nah, just plain, man. The name is Jit and Quan, and I think there is something ridiculous about this. So Jit and Quan will have a meeting with Apple Music. What Jake's do about it? He set up a practice time, so they hire a guy to train them into an interview. Well, I just knew that nowadays there is a profession for interviewer coach. Not just the coach, but the talent, and Jack himself will be the interviewer too.
Okay, so we're the executives for Apple Music, okay?
Sounds like a game to me, right?
And we're interviewing these new young artists today.
What's inside her mind? I don't know about this, but I love this game.
Where do you see yourself?
I'm gonna be rich, homie, no one.
Well, my friend, that kind of question is supposed to be asked on a job interview.
Would you be down to freestyle?
Man, I don't think in Apple Music they will just told you to freestyle. The next chapter is about Jake bragging himself as a player. Like he was talking about Alexis Clark on specific, but he still brags about his being close with a lot of girls. And yes, he's going to Coachella with a lot of girls. That's the end of episode 2. Move on to the episode 3. Episode 3 opens up with Jake picking his outfit for Coachella. Then suddenly just cut to, yeah, you're right, on each episode there is
Already drama.
Now this time I'm really going to save your time. So it's about Cole, the makeup artist, that doesn't want to accept that he did not have his own room. But according to Cole, they say that he will have one.
You literally said like you're gonna have your like room.
Turns out he will just sleep on an RV.
I don't want to live in an RV.
Just don't cook meth in there, Cole. Which then Jake talk about it with him, about his fine era, about the big ego of Cole. And at the end of the day, like every conflict in Team 10 Uncut, this one is left unsolved. Next day, the Coachella day. They're screaming, they're speeding up, there's backflip, and finally they arrive at their Coachella house. First thing first, a briefing. Adam, the manager, says that if those guys want to post anything on social media, better ask for his permission first. Well, that's great. They realize that their audience is a bunch of kids, so never show that you are drunk in the front of camera. But do you know what happened next? We jump into an episode 4 after an emotionally speech and someone shouted no fake shit, but there's a lot of fake. After a girl flirted with him and pretend to be a kangaroo. After Jake accidentally made face bangs at the party. And then finally Adam's rules is broken. He's drunk. Yeah, you're right. They don't have to cut it because it's Team 10 Uncut. So what about the filter that Adam's talk about? I guess it is what it is. Next thing you will see a drunk emotionally talk that drunk. This guy was like, oh mother of dragon, when this is gonna be over? And basically he just say yes or agree to everything what Jake says. Next thing he do, skateboarding. There's always a weird thing to do when you're drunk. And he's talking about Soldier Boy, the fighting, how disappointed he is. I know why he's disappointed, because well, you know, win or lose, he still got a lot of money. Next thing he's flirting with girls. I'm not quite sure he's sleeping with who. The next morning, Jake's meet up with Logan Paul, have some chit chat, and they're going to the big Coachella party. But before that, there's another pool party. After that, just party, footage party, until it comes to the moment that Jake trying to kiss this girl, but she don't want it. A rejection. Now I'm starting to doubt about the flirt. Is those girls flirting with him or just being friendly? And that's the end of episode 4. Next, episode 5. Starting up with Jake leaving the team and Coachella earlier to go see Drake concert and party with Drake. Man, I learned something from this. Sometimes Drake is more important than family time.
Actually, like form friendships that last forever here. I had to leave Coachella early to go hang out with Drake.
Talking about the new contract that they will send to the new member. Well, nothing interesting in this part except for the fact that a porn star tweeted Jake Paul. How's Jake react to that? Of course, very glorious. Look. Next, Jake's trying to welcoming a new member. He's like a brother to Jake. I think Jake says that to everyone, man. So basically everyone that close to him is his brother. The next story is this guy trying to do a slam dunk and broke his ankle.
Yo, I can dunk on some Kobe shit.
Well, congratulations, you already do the Kobe shit. The next story, Jake is making a vlog content, explain that it's not easy to do it. Well, Jake, brother, there's nothing easy about this life. So basically, they're playing Fortnite in real life, and then some guy gets shot, and I don't know what's the point he's doing this. I mean, like, why? Just for entertainment. The next night, Jake's talking about Tana Mongu posting a video or a picture while she's on Jake's room. According to Jake, that they did nothing, just chit chat. She was doing it on purpose for the cloud. And that's the end of episode 5. Finally! Well, now it's time for my review. So the Team 10 Uncut episode 1 to 5 is technically so much better than Sean does in documentary. I ain't no hard feeling, I'm just being objective here. I mean, like, the production wise, the video quality is just fine. But content wise, I think, Jake, you can do better, man. You know, the people of drama, just make it more wild. Since I'm a Jake Paul diehard fan, he looks less crazy on this Team 10 Uncut series. I mean, like, there's less yelling, less hyperactive gesture. Looks like the calmer version of Jake Paul. Well, I guess that is all for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Cream Juice. See you.